All right, back to basketball now. Listen how the West was won. It's going to start to be decided tonight on ESPN. Game 1 conference finals, Wolves, Thunder. These two splitting the 4 meetings during the regular season. New Year's Eve, SGA, 19 of his 40 points in the third quarter. Thunder came back from a double-digit deficit. They won by 8. They met 3 times in a 12-day span in February. On the 13th, Minnesota never trailed. Their win was highlighted by a poster dunk right there. Ant-Man on Chet Holmgren. Timberwolves won by 15. February 23rd in Minnie, after seeing it not that many, she's later in the show. 19-point lead evaporating and trailing in the fourth. SGA and OKC, 18-2 run to secure the dub. MVP favorite, 37 points, 8 boards, 8 dimes. Next night, very next one in OKC. Thunder lost a 24-point fourth quarter lead. The Wolves bench led a rally to force OT, and then Ant-Man blocked SGA late. Win right there. Late OT helped seal a 131-128 win. Despite the two splitting their season series, Thunder are a minus 340 favorite in this series, and that's according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. They are the largest favorite in the Western Conference Finals since the Lakers in 2020 against the Nuggets. OKC for Game 1, 7.5-point favorite. That's again tonight on ESPN. It's NBA history come to life. Yeah, we care about the hatred. Take you back 1 year ago yesterday, these two teams, MSG, Game 7 of the 24 Eastern Conference semifinal series, a big asterisk in the minds of Knicks fans because Jalen Brunson broke his hand. Only 17 points in 29 minutes. Indiana won, and Brunson has been thinking about it.
It still kind of bothers me, but I mean, I feel like once you get into the season, you start thinking about the next game. Obviously, it was a missed opportunity last year playing them at home in Game 7. They're going to run. They're going to play fast. That's just in their DNA. Like I said, it's going to be a long way to go. We got to have each other's back. We got to stick together. Nothing's going to be perfect, but our talk and our energy and everything has to be consistent.
So Jalen Brunson and the Knicks obviously want to avenge last season's playoff loss. But stop what you're doing and pay attention to this. This version of the Pacers might actually be better than last season. Since January 1, the Pacers sit just behind the Thunder for the best record in the NBA, and that includes these current players. What to watch for tonight on ESPN Western Conference Finals Game 1, 8:30, when the Timberwolves are in OKC to take on SGA and the Thunder. The two facing off in the conference finals for the first time since the Thunder moved to Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves back in the conference finals for the second straight season. They are seeking the franchise's first trip to the NBA Finals. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. NBA analyst Marcus Morris joining the program now. Here to break the code. Here to crack the code with the Morris code. Let's get straight to it. Let's start with the heavy favorites in the Thunder. What is the Morris code for OKC to beat Minnesota?
I have to go to the big man, Chet Holmgren, right? He's been playing really well this postseason, averaging 15 and 9 and 2 blocks. It's time for him to take that step, right? You have the other two when you talk about SGA and the other wing, you know, and you want to see if Chet is the big three, right? Like it's his turn to take that step and win that matchup between him and Julius Randle, right? And I just think that this is the time where he shows that he's capable to be in that third piece.
All right, on the flip side of this, Marcus, what is the Morris code for the Timberwolves to beat the Thunder, which nobody probably outside of the Twin Cities expects them to do?
Which is crazy to me, right? Like I think this Minnesota team is proven they were in this same position last year with a good Dallas Mavericks team, but Julius Randle, right? He's been playing really well, 24, 6 and 6, as you said at the bottom. And it's not all about scoring. He's playing an overall game. He's shooting a three really well. He's going to be able to bring Chet out on the floor. If he continues to play at this level, which is an all-NBA level, I think you have to give Minnesota the edge in this one.
Julius Randle, he was the one to make the Warriors go night-night. OKC currently favored by 7.5, though, to win Game 1 tonight on their home court. That's 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. Conference Finals is tonight on ESPN. The Wolves and the Thunder and OKC. Here's how both teams got here. The Timberwolves made an early playoff statement as a 6th seed, taking out Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers. Took them 5 games. Anthony Edwards averaged almost 27 a game, including 43 in Game 4. The Thunder started their postseason with a 4-game sweep in their first-round series against the Grizz. This included a comeback from 29 points down in Game 3. SGA averaged almost 28 a game. in that series. Then Minnesota won their second straight series in 5 games in the conference semis, this time over the Dubs. After Steph Curry went down in Game 1, Minnesota won the last 4 games to advance to their second straight conference finals. And the Timberwolves had to wait to find out who their opponent was. Sunday, when the Thunder took out the Nuggets in Game 7, wasn't even close. SGA had 35. OKC led by as many as 43 to advance to their first conference finals since the KD Westbrook-led Thunder back in 2016. NBA analyst Alan Hahn joins the program now. Alan, good to see you. OKC favored to win the series and the eventual Larry O. But what makes the Timberwolves a difficult matchup for the Thunder?
Very close to being a mirror image because they've got great depth, and that's what you love to see off the bench. I think that's very important the deeper you get into the playoffs to have a Naz Reid and a Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench for support, and also what they can bring defensively. There's a lot of length on this Timberwolves team, and then, of course, you got the star power of Anthony Edwards and what we have seen him do in the playoffs. Him going head-to-head with SGA is going to obviously be the headline, the marquee. But there's a lot of other matchups in this series to watch. And what you're seeing right there is the depth of that team. Julius Randle, a big factor in this series as well. Can he handle the height and the size and the physicality that the Thunder bring? This is going to be a really fun series.
Yeah, hopefully this thing goes 7. All that to say, in your estimation, who wins it, the series?
I think your wish will come true. I think it will go 7. I will take the Thunder in 7, but I think it's going to be an absolute, it'll be a heavyweight bout.
Alan, hang tight. Talking about the East now. Randy, what you got?
We saw Dante DiVincenzo there. 1 year ago yesterday, he had 39 points. Knicks Pacers, Game 7 from MSG, their Eastern Conference semifinal series, but a big asterisk in the minds of Knicks fans because Jalen Brunson broke his hand. 17 points, 29 minutes. Indiana put up a $130 at the Garden. They bounced the Knicks into the offseason, leaving Jalen Brunson to think about it.
It still kind of bothers me, but I mean, I feel like once you get into the season, you start thinking about the next game. Obviously, it was a missed opportunity last year playing them at home in Game 7. They're going to run. They're going to play fast. That's just in their DNA.
That's an extremely talented team whose offense is clicking at all cylinders right now. So it doesn't about revenge or anything. It's just about next series.
One of the most popular rides at Disney is the Haunted Mansion, and Alan Hahn is back with us. Of course, it had to be the Pacers, Alan. What are your initial thoughts on this series?
Yeah, of course, the Pacers. First of all, rematch from last year. There's a lot of history between these two franchises in the conference finals, but there's just history between these two teams the way they are constructed right now when you consider how last year ended. You guys mentioned it. The Knicks with that bitter pill in Game 7 with all the injuries. They had an early lead in that series. This is a Brunson-Halliburton series because they are both the head of the snake of their offenses, and both teams are going to do whatever it takes to take them out. You're going to see the Pacers are going to pick up Brunson like they did to Donovan Mitchell in the previous series, 54 feet, 94 feet, whatever it takes. They might pick him up when he walks out of the locker room, but they're going to pressure and pressure and pressure him. And then you have the other matchups in this series. OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, a huge matchup to watch. And then there's Karl-Anthony Towns. The reason why you trade for a guy like him is for a series like this, matched up with Miles Turner. So many matchups. These two teams know each other well. This will be a lot of fun also in the Final Four.
You know the matchup, so who wins?
I think both are going 7. So I'm going to say this is going 7 as well. And I'll once again go with the home team. I think the Knicks get their revenge in Game 7, and they move on to the NBA Finals.
If this goes the wrong way for your Knicks, what's the reason? Spin it forward a couple of weeks. Game 7 is come and gone. Let's say it doesn't go the Knicks' way. What's the one thing that went against them?
I would probably say it is the defense and the pressure that the Pacers can put on Jalen Brunson, and they can try to take him out. I think this is what you saw in the Detroit series. There'll be a lot more of that, a very physical series. And can Jalen Brunson have enough left in the tank to get them all the way to a Game 7?
Alan Hahn, we appreciate the insight as always on SportsCenter.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn nha. Mình sẽ giới thiệu cho các bạn về kênh của mình và những video của mình cho các bạn biết được là kênh của mình làm video sáng tạo nội dung về chủ đề gì. Video của mình sẽ làm xuyên suốt về chủ đề cắt dán này. Mình sẽ cắt dán những sản phẩm như thế này cho các bạn xem. Đây là những sản phẩm mình đã hoàn thiện rồi. Sẽ giới thiệu sơ qua cho các bạn xem những sản phẩm của mình và cách của mình tạo ra những sản phẩm như thế nào. Và để tạo ra được những sản phẩm đa dạng màu sắc như thế này và như thế này thì mình sẽ cần những dụng cụ như sau. Những dụng cụ phụ bổ trợ như là đây là giấy thủ công màu các bạn. Trước mặt bên tay phải của mình đây là giấy thủ công màu, nó có đa dạng những màu sắc, để tạo ra những sản phẩm tuyệt đẹp cho các bạn xem. Đấy. Có giấy màu xanh dương này, giấy màu cam này các bạn này, giấy màu đỏ này, giấy màu vàng này, còn đây là giấy màu xanh lá cây. Đấy. Và trong quá trình tạo ra những sản phẩm của mình cần những dụng cụ như là bút dạ này, kéo cắt thì để dùng để cắt, bút dạ thì để dùng để tạo hình những sản phẩm. Còn đây là hồ dán các bạn ạ. Hồ dán thì mình sẽ dán những sản phẩm từ một chi tiết này sang chi tiết khác, từ màu sắc này sang màu sắc khác cho các bạn. Còn đây sau của mình đây là chiếc chân kẹp điện thoại, thì phải có điện thoại. Còn đây là đèn hỗ trợ ánh sáng của mình các bạn ạ. Đèn hỗ trợ ánh sáng để giúp cho video của mình sáng hơn, để cho các bạn xem đẹp hơn. Cái nồi của mình đây, lò chiên này, máy in. Sức mạnh của mình rất nhiều sản phẩm. Và kênh của mình thì cũng đã đạt được nút bạc của YouTube rồi các bạn này. Sau nhiều năm nỗ lực của mình đã đạt được thành quả là chiếc nút bạc các bạn này. Đây là những sản phẩm tiêu biểu của mình thôi. Và mình đã làm rất nhiều sản phẩm rồi. Que kem này, que kem đẹp. Con cá này các bạn này, các bạn thấy những sản phẩm của mình còn lưu trữ rất nhiều này. Đấy. Mình sau khi mình cắt dán xong sản phẩm này, mình sẽ đưa lên phần mềm Camtasia trên máy tính của mình để edit video nha. Mình sẽ edit video để sau khi xong thì mình sẽ xuất ra và tải lên kênh cho các bạn xem thôi. Các bạn hãy chờ đón những sản phẩm của mình nha. Đấy. Cuối cùng thì mình sẽ cảm ơn tất cả các bạn đã ủng hộ mình suốt quãng thời gian vừa qua. Và mình sẽ cố gắng phát triển để tạo ra những sản phẩm đẹp hơn cho các bạn xem. Các bạn hãy cùng theo dõi mình tạo ra những sản phẩm nha.
Xin chào bạn nha, ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu. Bây giờ mình sẽ tô màu các bạn xem nha. Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ